Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the next episode of the Gameacologists. I'm John, and somehow I managed to get damn near everybody to show up at the same time. Shit, who is all here? There's Matt, there's Ed, there's James, and there's Kyle. Is that
Save
everybody?
the worst for last.
That's mean.
No, we're missing Omar.
Oh, wait, yeah, we don't have Omar,
Uh,
but I mean, we still got five people here.
you got 5 out of the 6 Infinity Stones.
Yeah. Anyway, today we're going to talk about the PS1. But before we get into that main topic, I wanted to bring up something that me and Kyle did recently that makes us look very stupid. And maybe we're called the Game Ecologists, ironically. You see, Kyle and I wanted to play Twisted Metal online together, and I don't have it on. I don't have a gaming PC. Apparently, there's a way to play Twisted Metal Black online on a PC, which that's great for them. But I don't have that. Just a few days ago, we discovered that SharePlay exists on
hmm
PlayStations,
hmm
and we have been playing Twisted Metal Black kind of a lot. It took a lot to convince him to stop using cheat codes because that game's hard as fuck. But we beat the first level. I mean, it took a little coercing. Don't look at me like you can't hear the way Kyle just looked at me.
I mean, you cannot not play that game without cheat codes unless you're
You
insane.
can.
We
I've done
did.
it.
Unless
We
you're
were doing it.
insane.
I've done it too. I've beaten it with at least I know I beat it with Roadkill. I don't know if I beat it with anybody else. But that was a lot of fun. We finally got to play Twisted Metal. We've been talking about or complaining about not being able to do this for a very long time, like multiple years.
Yeah.
And this SharePlay thing has been available the whole time.
Yep. Yep.
Fucking idiot.
We were Googling the wrong words.
Uh-huh.
I thought about like because I have a Switch too, and its chat features has this really cool like share play mechanics, but no, it's the same shit the PS5 does. The Switch 2 does more locally. You have more access to cool shit locally with another person who doesn't have the same game. As far as like playing one player and two player, I think they both do it. Because we were able to play Twisted Metal Black, and I just put Kyle as player two, and we played split screen.
Hell yeah, dude. That shit was so much fun.
No, it's great. We're gonna do it again.
Yep.
We're gonna beat it.
Like right now. Peace.
Not right.
With or without cheat codes, though.
Without.
Without.
It took us like I know you saw us when we were streaming. We spent like an hour just in the first level. Or we beat the
Yeah.
first level.
I
and then
believe that.
stopped.
I believe that.
Yeah.
I believe that because
We-
as soon as you start that level, you die.
Yeah.
Pretty
We finished
Yeah.
the first level and saved it.
Yeah.
And it's the game. While the game is like crushingly difficult, it is also surprisingly forgiving. With your lives restart, and I think if you get a game over, you don't necessarily have to start the whole thing over. You just load your file.
Mhm.
And older like Twisted Metal 2 had like passwords and was your
Yeah.
lives. It didn't want you to win.
Did
Yeah,
you
so-
unlock Yellow Jacket after that?
I've already at some point earlier in having it, I went through and unlocked everybody.
There you go.
We
I
did
could
all the
tell you how
stuff.
to unlock everybody.
Kyle has all the cheat codes memorized. You
Yeah.
don't have to. You
I
don't have
have
to tell us
two
now.
cheat codes memorized.
You Google it. That's how you unlock Yellow Jacket. You fucking Google it.
No, you
and
shoot
then
the
do what
plane
it
down
says.
in the first level, go to the tunnel it makes, and shoot the thing, and Yellow Jacket spins down on his little pedestal thing, and you get him.
What's really funny right now is that me and Matt were talking about what this episode was going to be about, and he was like, "Kyle's going to talk about Twisted Metal again."
Yep.
And he's like, "You better not talk about Twisted Metal again." And I was like, "Well, there were 4 Twisted Metals on the PS1, so it's gonna
Yeah,
come
dude,
up."
like-
And we haven't
Yeah,
even
sure.
gotten into the topic yet, and we're talking about Twisted Metal.
You brought it up.
I did.
What
I
is this
did.
episode about?
The PS1.
Every time Kyle gets an opportunity, all he does is talk about Twisted Metal.
Oh well, he's gonna get a few opportunities.
It's in his
I want
contract,
more.
I think.
I
I
think
think
it
it's in
is.
his contract that he has to
It
mention
is.
at least once per episode.
It
I want
is.
more too, Kyle, but David Jaffe is doing something else. I don't know.
Piece of shit.
Is he?
No.
Today we're talking about the PS1. It came out in December 3rd, 1994 in Japan and September 9th, 1995 in America. How old were you guys? I was 5 when it came out in America.
I think I
I
was,
was
8.
4.
Baby.
7.
Fucking baby, man.
Probably 6, 7.
I think Ed and Matt are a little
Why
older than
are
me.
you guessing? You don't know when you were born?
I was born
I
in
don't-
87.
Fucking old asshole.
I learned that Matt's older than me.
I'm 86. I'm older than all of you.
Oh, wow.
Y'all are old as fuck.
Hey, 86 was
We all
The-
can't be from the 90s, Kyle.
Sorry, you're not as
It-
cool as me.
Well, technically,
Uh,
you were sentient. You started to become sentient like in the 90s and
Yeah.
making memories and stuff. So you might be more of a 90s kid than because I wasn't remembering shit. I remember seeing Jumanji in 95.
Yep.
Jurassic Park in '96, I think.
Yeah, you'd have been 10. I don't remember that shit.
Uh,
I was 6.
yeah,
I saw Lost
good
World in
times.
theaters. Yeah.
Good times. Good times.
But yeah, those were the kind of things that were coming out. Do you guys remember what you were playing? I mean, I was Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
I was Super Nintendo. I
I was
never
playing
owned a
NES, Super
PlayStation 1.
Nintendo, Sega Genesis.
Atari. That's what I had.
Yeah, we get it. You're old.
No, I think he's going more that I was poor.
Yeah. I'm old and poor.
That's fair.
Mhm. Yeah, I had the SNES and the 64,
Yeah, and an N64.
but I never owned the PlayStation 1. I
Me either.
technically now own it because I own the PS3 that's backwards compatible, but I've never actually physically owned a PS1.
Well, I
Same.
would also like to make a when we're talking about the PS1 and the PS1 games during this episode, I'm not being like a purist. If you can get Resident Evil 3 on your PS5, that fuck it. Like it doesn't the
Yeah.
game still exists as it was. I have a PS1. It looks terrible on this TV. I can't play it. I have a CRT in the corner that it does work okay on, but it's a whole thing.
You could also just emulate it.
I mean, yeah, but I have a PlayStation. It works. You press the button and it clicks on and the light comes on and it spins and it
Nice.
does the whole thing.
Then you
Mhm.
pray that it goes past the.
Yeah. My computer can barely do what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
I hear the crankling and the revving up of it, the steam coming out.
It moves a millimeter, and you just hear.
Yep.
That's when you play Cyberpunk on the PS4, the original PS4, not the updated ones.
What I think was significant about that era is that I think with every console generation, at least for a time, when they shift from one thing to the next, it's noticeable and dramatic. Like this is the 3D games with a camera behind you era of video when it first started.
Not
Yeah.
just behind you, not just behind you.
Yeah, not just not just
Legend of
behind you.
Dragoon
Yeah,
didn't have cameras behind you.
I mean they had I think like Immortal on NES was like an isometric kind of
Mm.
top down from the side camera. So they already had things like that, but the way that they shift is new. I'm thinking like I've been playing Spyro the Dragon recently.
There was Kane Soul Reaver.
Kane Soul
Yeah.
Reaver is the same. I believe that is an example of the same camera system where you use the shoulder buttons to rotate the camera. You don't use a stick.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And
Ape
that
Escape.
Ape Escape is like that. Or Ape Escape, I think, uses kind of almost like Z targeting, like in Zelda. It doesn't target things, but you snap the camera behind you
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
as you move
I
around.
gotcha.
But yeah, there was a lot of interesting ways that they tried to implement a 3D camera, kind of like Mario 64 had done. But I just thought Mario 64 had the perfect idea and is responsible for every third-person shooter we play today. But I still think that game kind of fucking sucks because the
Yeah,
camera just won't.
that game
It will
is
not turn all the
awful.
way around, and I have to jump, and I can't see where I'm jumping, and I die.
Correct.
And it's
Its
Miyamoto's
camera is
fault.
awful. That camera is terrible.
But it was the first to implement that kind of like you imagine it's literally a Lakitu in the game, but you imagine a camera
Yeah.
behind you and be able to spin it around the character and see in different directions. So there's a lot of trial and error with that in that era. A lot of things kind of sucked. We did get the DualShock controller, but I don't know if a lot of games really
Worth
utilize
them.
the DualShock to turn cameras around. Because even in the GameCube, like when the next era, when, like Resident Evil 4 is a good example. You cannot freely spin the camera around Leon in Resident Evil 4. So it's a really good camera system. But if you haven't played that game in a while and you go back, it might be a little jarring.
It is, absolutely.
But you get used to it. That game still holds up, in my
Oh
opinion.
yeah, that's best Resident Evil game in the series.
The one thing I did like when they introduced DualShock is they did make sure that you used it in specific games, even if it wasn't for the camera. Like I remember the MLB games were some of the first ones to use the DualShock because you can use it to control the swing of the bat.
Oh, but like spinning the
that's true.
stick?
No, so you pull back on the stick, and then if you flick it hard enough, it makes your players swing the bat that much harder. That's actually a mechanic that they've kept up until MLB 20 when they changed it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's a very cool mechanic. They also introduced the click, the L3 R3 shortly after that.
Yeah, I remember trying to figure out what L3 and R3 meant for the first
Yeah.
time.
I'm sure a lot of people had that issue.
Yeah, one of my friends was playing Grand Theft Auto 3 on the PS2, and it told him to honk the horn, press R3 to start the mission. He could not find the button. He couldn't figure it out. And I grabbed the controller and I just clicked the right stick. I just clicked both sticks and it honked the horn. He's like, "All right, let me do the mission." I'm like, "Nah, dude, I figured it out. Like, fuck you. I get to play."
Well, they're the only buttons that aren't labeled.
I know.
Like, it's bullshit. They made that up. They pulled that right out of their ass.
The list of like games that supported the DualShock for the PS1 was actually not that high.
Yeah, but
Like
Ape
maybe
Escape
half
was the
of the
shit.
library.
Yeah.
Like I know Crash Bandicoot was one of the first games to use it as well.
Yeah, Crash Bandicoot. I'm looking at the list right this second.
Yeah.
I'm
How did
for ones that well John was talking about specifically changing the camera angle.
Not a
Ah,
lot.
okay.
Not a
you
lot
can't
do
do that
that.
in
So
Bandicoot.
I would say the Bandicoot 3, the boss battles.
Oh, well, some of them. I mean, they're all
Uh,
like
Final
you
Fantasy
can't.
9, I think they probably use the analog for the map, like whenever you're out in the real world, rather than R1 one.
I mean, I think it did on the
Ace
Switch, but
Combat 1 and 2 definitely use it to turn the camera by so you can rotate the camera around you to better track your the people you were fighting.
Or even like to move your camera, like Quake 2, using
Mhm.
that. I know Spyro, at least the first one, was L1 R1,
Yeah.
but I don't
Yeah.
know what
It's
the other ones.
definitely something that took time to be fully implemented. Now it's just like a common thing for any
people,
third person view game. And even games that aren't third person view, you use the camera to move stuff around. Like if you're playing Sid Meier's, you can use one of the sticks to move the camera around your map
Mhm.
I don't remember
and
you
so forth.
being able to change the camera angle in Crash Bandicoot.
I know. I don't think you can in 1 and 2. I don't know. Maybe there
Not
are
in
Not
options
two,
in
three.
three for
3.
sure. Three for sure.
I mean,
I can't think
Because
of any, but I
or
haven't actually completed 3.
I
in
think
in the
three.
levels you cannot.
That you had to change the camera around. So
Mhm.
I don't remember if that was L1 R1 or if it was right analog, but I know you had 3D dimensions with that.
I don't know if it was with the DualShock. I think the DualShock was the first one to also have a built-in rumble.
Mhm.
I don't know if it beat the N64, but it definitely did it better because you don't have to buy batteries.
Exactly. And you have to buy a pack for it as well.
Yeah.
But it did introduce like the built-in rumble, and that was like a huge thing as well.
Yeah. They made a standard.
hmm Not to mention, it could also play music CDs.
Oh yeah, I used to do that a lot. Actually, I would use my
It
PS1
can
as a
play
CD
burnt
player.
CDs too.
That too,
Sometimes.
yeah. If you knew how to modify it, you can play burn games.
Fair share and LimeWire when they weren't
Hell
completely
yeah.
awful.
Hell yeah.
They were always awful.
If you want to destroy your computer, yeah. If you want a bunch of spyware on it, yeah. But yeah, I mean, the PS1 definitely introduced a lot of features that are just common now. It was definitely a revolutionary system.
I kind of miss demos, like demo
Me too,
discs. I
honestly.
don't, but to be honest, the last one I downloaded was the Resident Evil 4 Chainsaw demo for like the remake before it was coming out. And before that, it had been several years before since I downloaded a demo. So while I say I miss demos, they're there and I don't play them.
You still have any PS1 demo discs?
No, I don't. I have a lot of
Mm.
PS1. I have a decent amount of PS1 games, but I don't have any actual
Those
demo
games are
discs.
surprisingly sought after now.
We had it was a blue disc that said Volume 8. We had 2 games and we had this demo disc. Probably James, if you're looking stuff up, PlayStation Underground Demo Disc Volume 8 might be the one that we had.
Nice.
I know it was an 8. It's a something Volume 8. It had Metal Gear Solid, Spyro the Dragon, WWF Warzone, video for Parasite Eve.
Nice.
A lot of really cool stuff. WWF Warzone, I think you can only play as like Stone Cold and Kane or something. It's like 2 characters, but it was all you needed.
Spyro the Dragon, NFL Extreme Medieval, Gran
That's NFL
Turismo.
Hello.
Blitz. Oh, I did have Medieval.
Metal Gear
Yeah,
Solid,
Medieval, so good.
Test Drive 5, Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver, Cool Borders 3,
Yeah,
Ninja Shadow of Darkness,
I had that on a Tomb
WWF
Raider hit.
Warzone. Then the videos were NFL Game Day 99, NFL Face Off 99, Rugrats Search for Reptar, dope
I
game.
beat that. I completed that
Yeah.
shit. I completed
Parasite
that whole
Eve.
fucking game.
Any of you played the Pepsi Man game?
Pepsi
I know what
Man.
it is, but no, I've seen a lot of it. But
Yeah, I've
I
played it
played
too.
it one time. I never beat it, but I played it one time. And I
It's
remember thinking
hard.
like, this is a pretty hard game. Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
thinking like, this is a pretty difficult game.
kind of makes you
Because
not want Pepsi.
and was the Burger King game on the PS1 as well?
That's
No.
I think original
Uh,
Xbox. Yeah,
Yeah,
That's
James,
original
original
Xbox.
Xbox. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. But the Pepsi one for sure was a place that game is pretty sought after as well. It's pretty rare.
but I
I
might be
had it.
wrong.
The Burger
It's
King
not.
game. I mean, I had the
Oh,
Burger
Sneak
King
King. Apparently, that game's not rare. They made like 8 bajillion
Mhm.
copies.
Oh yeah,
and just
Sneak King.
gave it
Yeah,
away.
Sneak King.
Like,
Yeah, you can
there's-
get that you can go to a 99 cent store and probably find it there.
I vaguely remember seeing a meme of a guy who had a pallet of Sneak King for the Xbox.
Nice. Is the ET dilemma all over again?
game.
Pretty much. Sometimes that works out. Like the first Dragon Quest on the NES, they gave that out with subscriptions to Nintendo Power. So nowadays,
nice.
it's not rare.
Mm-hmm.
That's
It's
cool,
not, and it's a solid, well, like one of the first turn-based RPGs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of my PS1 playing of games was at my aunt's house because she had a PS1.
Nice.
And I played a lot of Spyro.
I think
Two,
everybody plays Spyro.
3.
on
I'm
the
playing
PS1.
Spyro
Yeah.
again now. Like I'm playing the Reignited
Wasn't there a bundle that came packaged with Spyro at one point?
I
for the
think so.
PS1.
I don't
Mhm.
know about that, but
Maybe
I
it
think
sounds
there
like
was
something
one.
Nintendo would do. So probably.
Yeah, yeah.
Hang on.
I played a fuck ton of Crash Bandicoot. Like so much Crash Bandicoot. Those games are so fucking good. They hold up now. If you can get the originals, play them. If you
They're
can
hard.
if you have,
The first one.
oh yeah, they're way hard. The first game is almost impossible. That game wants you to fail. I've beaten it.
I can do the second one.
It was for the
It's-
PS1, Ed. Like the PS1, like the travel one,
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
was?
the Spyro bundle.
Oh, it was?
Oh,
Okay.
nice. I want to get. I
Yeah.
know a guy who has one of those, and I mean, I'm not like give me your PlayStation, but
Oh, there was also
Yeah.
a Gran Turismo bundle from
Yep.
'98.
Yep.
I remember
actually,
that one.
I actually fucked the disc up on that one. It
I
wasn't
have.
my game.
I have Gran Turismo 2 on the PS1. I can't
Nice.
figure that shit out. Every time I
It's hard,
make
dude.
the first curve, it always oversteers like crazy, and I slam it every fucking time. No matter
Just
how
light
differently.
taps, man. Light
I tried
taps.
light taps, a couple light taps to the
Do
left and
be-
then to the
do
right,
better,
and then to
man.
the left to like try to center you out.
And
Nope.
And the PS1 Slim also had the Crash Bandicoot bundle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have heard of it. I know I've talked about it before on the show. There's a
Twisted
game
Metal.
called- yeah. There was a game called
Twisted
Jersey
Metal?
Devil. Jersey
Yeah.
Devil.
Oh, Jersey Devil, yeah,
That,
yeah.
that game is so much fun. Like I know it's just a collectathon, but like it was different enough for me as a kid. And not gonna lie, it spooked me out a little bit. But it was a lot of fun to play, and yeah, I would recommend playing any of the PlayStation 1
Isn't that
games.
what inspired Sly Cooper?
I was gonna say it's the other
Probably.
Gex.
Or the other
Yeah.
Gex? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Gex was before. Gex was on the N64.
Gex started on the Sega Saturn, I believe.
Damn, that
He had
is
a
true.
si- yeah, he had a side scroller. I've always wanted to try it. I got a deep cut PS1 game. You guys ever play Heart of Darkness?
I've heard of it.
It stars this kid who wears a colander for a helmet, and he's got like this zap gun thing, and his dog gets kidnapped to some other dimension. It plays like Abe's Odyssey, and it's hard. And you have to figure out how to get across each screen before these monsters kill you. And they kill you very abruptly.
Is it a side scroller game?
Yeah.
Kind of. Like, did you
Okay.
ever play the first two, like Abe's Odyssey?
I never
Abe's
played it.
Exodus?
I never played it, but I remember seeing somebody playing it at school one time, and I was like, that game is creepy.
It's
Yeah, I
like the
don't-
Lion King, but with a fear factor chasing you.
I think,
Uh,
yeah, it looks a little like that. Yeah,
What's
it's like
that-
Hello
what's that
Neighbor
game?
before. It's like Hello Neighbor before Hello Neighbor.
No, what's the horror semi-platformer that you just played through, John? There's a second game for it. They're chasing you, and you're running around with two little tiny people.
Limbo?
Can't think.
Oh no,
No.
Little
What are you
Nightmares.
talking about?
Little Nightmares.
Little Nightmares.
Right, yeah, I did beat
Look,
that.
Little Nightmares version of like Abe's Odyssey and shit like that.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think kind of. I didn't get far in it.
A demo disc that I had that
Mm,
I
it did
got to
come
the
in
point got
did
to the
come out
point
in
that
a
we
demo.
steamrolled over it, John. Jade Cocoon. And then we got the actual game, and
I was
there's
just saying we had it.
so much more that we could not figure it out at the time.
It's Pokemon. It is Pokemon with extra steps.
With
Nice.
merging and like it's oh, you want to hatch an egg? No, it turned into something else. Like
It's a turn-based RPG where you go and find wild animals, and your guy can actually fight. And I'm sure they don't use the word capture. You obtain, acquire,
Ensnare.
rehome, animal control.
Animal control. Ensnare.
Ensnare. That's good. And then you level them up, and they turn
You-
into different shit. It's Pokemon.
Interesting.
James really
And
likes it.
Nintendo didn't sue them.
No,
I mean, how are they gonna sue Power World but not these guys?
I think it's pretty blatant that Pal World is ripping off Nintendo, but at the
Obviously,
same
yeah.
time, they're not really doing anything illegal. I think the thing that makes this controversial is the stuff that Nintendo is right, but it's the roads they're going down to acquire justice that I think
Yeah.
make them look poorly. But
it's
anyway,
still captured, but it was called capture level.
capture level.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was a 3D turn-based RPG on the PS1. I still haven't really decided which era of Square Enix era. I think they were Squaresoft back then when they switched from Super Nintendo to PS1. On the Super Nintendo, you have Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy 3 or 6 if you're nasty. Mystic Quest. I don't know what else they did. I know they did more. So I don't know if all of you guys are big fans of turn-based RPGs, and I don't know if you, because to me, the Square moving from Nintendo to PlayStation is massively significant in video game history. Maybe not as much to other people, but we could have had something completely different if they stayed with Nintendo. But what we got was Final Fantasy 7, 8, and 9, and I'm sure they did other games on the PS1.
Yeah,
I
but
just
those are the
mostly know
main titles.
Final Fantasy and Final Fantasy Tactics, and
Mhm.
basically the Final Fantasy franchise as it stood in that era is because they made a decision to go with PlayStation instead of Nintendo. Because in hindsight now, it's all retro. It's all one thing to a kid or somebody who would want to go back and check out older video games. I think it's kind of a give and take. I wasn't a big fan of Final Fantasy 8. I really liked 9. I finished 9 and I finished 7. But I don't know. I would say I like Final Fantasy 7. I think as a turn-based RPG, the way it stands, it's one of my absolute favorites. But I don't know if I were to put it on a list and compare it to Chrono Trigger, if one is better than the other. You get more time out of 7.
Legend Dragoon was my favorite.
I was
As
just
far
about to
as-
bring up the Legend of Dragoon.
As far as turn-based games for Legend Dragoon was my favorite.
But I would say Legend of Dragoon for the PS1 era, aside from 7, is probably the best turn-based you could get because it's also interactive instead of just sitting
It's
there.
super interactive, yeah.
Instead of just hitting a button and letting the game play out. I mean, you could
Mhm.
block, you could double your attack, so it made it a little bit more,
And then of course you had like 3 discs to that game because that's how long it was.
Damn.
Honestly, all these RPGs on the PlayStation is really Nintendo's fault. They could have
Yeah.
had the hardware and all these
Mm-hmm.
RPGs if they hadn't been such dillweeds about
Nintendo
buying
kind of created, and
PlayStation.
they went with Philips, I think.
They
to
went
do
with
the,
Philips,
It was the Super Nintendo one, wasn't it? Or it's not
Yeah.
the disc drive for the 64. So
I have the list of other Square games if people wanted a memory lane.
throw out a couple that aren't Final Fantasy.
Well, I mean, other than Final Fantasies, Brave Fencer Musashi.
Oh, they did
Bushido, yeah, Bushido Blade 1 and 2.
Nice.
Urgis. There was the fighter that had Cloud in it. Einhander.
Einhander.
Did
I don't
Square
know.
also do Dragon Warrior 7? I mean,
Was that on? I know 8 was PS2. For sure,
Uh,
I know that one. I remember playing. I haven't. No,
Wait,
my
what?
car's. It was in my car. Well, my car got fucking totaled.
okay, it's the V and then the 2 ones. Is that 7?
7, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, that'd be Dragon Warrior 7.
I don't know if that was. I don't know.
I don't think it's Square.
Was
No,
that
it's
a
Square.
12?
It is. It's definitely Square or
Well,
Enix.
There's
They
no
have it
D
now.
in this list. So, Front Mission 3, Legend of Mana, Parasite Eve 1 and 2, Saga
they did
Frontier
both
1
of
and
Parasite
2.
Eves?
Oh yeah,
I
Threads of
remember
Fate,
Legend of Mana.
Tobal number 1, Vagrant Story, and Xenogears.
Nice.
Oh, okay. So yeah, they did a lot more. I just think
I
in Final
remember
Fantasy.
Parasite Eve too.
But Parasite Eve, I thought I want to see more of that. They didn't do enough in the
I
sequel.
feel like that inspired Resident Evil. Like if you look at the gameplay,
I
because
don't,
you're
I
a
don't.
girl with a gun walking around.
it feels like they tried to make Resident Evil into an action RPG,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's
which
kind
is
of how it
really
feels like.
cool. If you've never played it, you're gonna be like you're gonna die in the first fight until you figure it out. Like, but it is cool.
I cannot picture
What?
anything from Parasite Eve.
How? What do you mean that Parasite Eve inspired
Yeah,
Resident
it came
Evil?
out 2
They
years
Oh,
after.
then they were probably inspired by Resident Evil.
the way it
Okay.
controls, I can see what he's coming from, and the way it's kind of like a top-down shoot. But they made it an
Mhm.
action RPG. When you make your turn, you're moving around in the square or whatever with the enemies, and then you stop, and a big bubble, like a net, grows out of you,
Mhm.
and that's your range for whatever weapon
Yeah.
that you have, and you can
Oh, okay.
select to
Plus,
attack.
plus the main character is a police officer. Something.
That's a lady.
She's from New York.
I learned the word mitochondria from that game.
Yeah, mitochondria.
That's the powerhouse of the cell.
Fuck yeah, dog.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
All my
But
homies love that shit.
I don't know. That's one of those games that not a lot of people know about, but I thought it was a pretty good game.
I used to have a physical copy of it, and I wanted to sell it because I needed money. But one of the discs was ringed, and I
Mm.
probably shouldn't air this on the internet. I sold it to GameStop. I don't remember what they gave me for it. I had the case, disc, and like everything. It was the disc was ringed in the middle, but it still played perfectly fine all the way through. It's a 2 disc game, but yeah, I still regret that. That was fucking stupid. I made up for it by selling them a Double Dragon 2 later on that didn't work.
Mm.
They gave me 50 cents for it. And I was like, sure.
Nice.
Nice.
I,
Nice.
I could not get the fucking thing to
You
work.
should not feel bad for scamming GameStop. You should not feel bad for
Nah,
scamming.
fuck GameStop, dude.
I kind of
I work
allowed them to scam me, and I
I
needed the
worked for
money.
them. I
Like,
worked for them for
Yeah.
like 10, 15 years and I scanned them every chance I got. Well, I wouldn't say I scanned them. I exploited their policies.
oh, I did that too. I used to. I
Oh, I
had
did
the
the
seven
I
day.
did the shit out of that.
That's how I have over 6,000 trophies, and only like
Mhm.
4 of them are platinums. Literally,
Yeah.
like 4 platinums. I have
But
over. I'm approaching 7,000 trophies, and it's because I would just
yeah,
get a game, beat it, return it,
yeah.
and
But I will
Yeah.
I will say that you should not feel bad for scamming GameStop or exploiting their policies.
I
I don't. I
You
don't at
should
all.
not.
I think it's really funny. Honestly, I will say though, in defense of GameStop, which I know is a controversial take, but the one that you worked at on University,
It's still there.
that one, so I used to live like you walk past what used to be Albertsons and then cross the park. I lived
Mhm.
right there. So
Nice.
when I would go there, I would walk. It's like what, maybe 3 blocks.
Yeah.
And having a GameStop that close was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Like that shit was cool. I'd go there. I was in there all the time.
I remember the thing about GameStop, I think it made PlayStation 1 collecting a lot more popular than it is now. And it's because they had so many used copies that they didn't know what they had. They didn't know what they had. If you wanted to start a good PS1 collection, that was the place you go to. And I remember people just like would come in and spend like a couple $100 and leave with like 50 games in maybe even the console when they were trying to get rid of it all because the PlayStation 1 was already dying, like it
Yeah.
lost, the support and all that. But if you were collecting in the early 2000s PS1 games, that was the place to go. And I feel bad that I didn't capitalize that because I was still working for them at the time. And I just remember people coming in just buying bags full of PlayStation 1 games. And I'm like, why are you guys buying such old games? Like, oh man, these are such good games. They're gonna get better over time. And we like collecting them. Then
A lot
again,
of
I'm
them
not
are
a
good
I'm not a
games.
collector of retro games. I'm not a collector of retro.
I'm a collector of games I want to play. I'm
Yeah.
not
Yeah,
trying
for
to
real.
do like a complete set. I have a lot of
Well,
weird shit.
if you think about it as an investment, these guys that did that are probably sitting on a very solid stack of money if they were to sell the whole collection. Because
That's fair.
original PS1, and I'm talking about original PS1, not re-releases, not platinum versions or the silver collection or whatever we
Greatest
call it.
hits. They did greatest
Greatest hits,
hits.
thank you.
Yeah.
A lot of these games like have retained their value, almost as
Mhm.
good as Nintendo games.
I love that they did greatest hits so much because some of these like if anybody doesn't know, a greatest hits game on the PS1 is where like a game comes out and it sells fucking gangbusters. A lot of
Hell
people like
yeah.
it, sells a lot of sells a lot of copies. So they release you may remember in your distant memories the label saying greatest hits on the side and it was
Hmm.
a different color. Those and they would sell them for cheaper too. So like 10 or 20
Yeah.
bucks less than the initial release price because they could afford to because so many people bought it. And nowadays, those versions of the games are slightly less valuable than the non-greatest hits version of those games. So if you want to get Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver or Tomb Raider or Crash Bandicoot, and all you're finding is super expensive ones, I can't promise that they'll be like way cheaper, but it should be a cheaper option. I don't know. Mine are in a box in a closet, actually. So I know I have greatest hits games. I'm pretty sure my Twisted Metal 3 is a greatest hits version.
Yeah. Well, Greater Hits made it easier for people who were late to the game to collect the titles without having, to spend thousands of dollars on the originals.
Yeah,
And
still to this day.
sometimes you actually got a better copy if you got the greatest hits because I don't know if they had DLC for PS1 games. So every
No.
now and then
Oh.
they had a version with either an extra mission. I think was it Metal
Director's
Gear?
cut.
Yeah,
No.
director's cut. There you go.
Not Metal Gear
Like
didn't do
Resident
that.
like
They-
Resident Evil had a director's cut. I remember.
Yeah, first one. And the second
Yeah.
one that had the DualShock version.
Yeah, there you go. So it not sometimes if you got the greatest hit, you got a better copy, but 90% of the time, the hardcore collectors they want the original release ones.
Yeah, I
Yep.
haven't looked into really like I haven't looked at my collection of video games as an investment. I just at a certain point stopped selling shit. I stopped
Yeah.
trading things into GameStop.
Same here.
I
Yeah,
stopped bringing stuff to Luna Video Games. I just
same.
stopped and I just held on to everything. Not even I just like, man, I miss playing Kickle Cubicle on the NES. I remember when I used to have that. Fuck that. It's right there. Like, it's right there.
What's a PlayStation games you guys wanted to play you never got a chance to?
Oh, that's tough.
Well, to kind of answer Brave Fencer Musashi, we had the demo, and the last I checked, that game's fuck expensive, but it's very cool. I want to play that.
Mm.
But sorry, I interrupted Kyle. I just steamrolled fucking Kyle.
Oh, you're fine. I was gonna say it's tough. Like, it's like I don't really remember. I don't know. I don't remember playing or not playing any games that I wanted to.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Like I said, I
Must
spent
be
a lot of time.
fucking nice.
I spent a lot of time at my aunt's house, so I just played all the games she had.
Man, your aunt must have been really cool then.
Oh no, she's a giant bitch. She is
Okay.
the biggest bitch. I'll give you her full fucking name.
Nah,
I'll give a
don't,
fuck. I don't care if you fucking cut it out, leave it the fuck in. I don't fucking care.
don't give me more things to click on. Please. There's gonna be so much already.
She's just such a fucking bitch.
That shit was hilarious. So, oh, she must have been nice. Had all this cool shit. No, she's a fucking bitch.
Her stuff was cool. She was fucking not. She just I can't stand it. I'm not gonna get into it. I just can't fucking stand her. But
Yeah.
Seems like you wanted to.
No,
I
we don't
wanted
have to
to,
get
sure.
we don't have to get
but
into it.
I'm not going to.
Is she a PS1?
No, she's not a PS1. Because like
I mean-
I played Ape Escape, but like not really because I didn't.
Oh, I
like
played
it.
the shit out of that. Oh, you're
I
fucking.
didn't like Ape Escape.
How do I kick him out?
I had fun. You know what I
You're
mean? Like I had fun
fucking
playing
badass.
it, but like I wanted to play other things. Like
You're
and
incorrect.
pretty much it was mainly Crash Bandicoot.
John and I
remember-
beat the shit out of Ape Escape.
We did beat the
Yeah.
shit out of Ape Escape. You catch 0 apes in Crash Bandicoot. The fuck is wrong with you?
No, what I mean is like, or what I was gonna say was she had saved up 99 lives. I went through one fucking level and I died so many times I
In Ape
lost all
Escape?
her lives. No, in Crash Bandicoot.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. I was gonna say
Yeah,
Ape Escape is a
I
baby
lost
game.
I lost all her lives, every single one of them, and she was all pissed off and like, watch this, and I just reloaded the game and she had all her lives back. It's like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, got him.
I don't know if you guys are aware of this or not, but one game I want to get my hands on and play because I think it'd be fuck ridiculous would be Grand Theft Auto, the London Mission Pack.
What is that?
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
It's like extra missions from like the first Grand Theft Auto.
Nice.
Oh, that's cool. So, a question I wanted to ask you guys. I'm gonna have
Can
to.
I say mine?
No, I forgot we were doing a thing. Sorry. I keep doing. Sorry. There's a lot of people here. I have it minimized. I don't have everybody on my screen all at once.
Well, then change the sources. Like you
Looking
could
at the
change it to
document.
gallery mode. Mine that
Fucking know
I
how.
really wanted to play but never got to play was Driver because you could
Oh,
never make it out of the fucking
dude.
tutorial.
Dude,
We
I
had Driver
played the
too.
tutorial a lot in that game.
Who anybody was anybody able to beat the tutorial?
I don't-
We eventually
I
were able to,
I
but
got it down to where I could get like there was one thing I couldn't do on the list of things you
Is
had to
it the
do.
is it having to back out really fast and
No,
do the
I got
180?
that. It was
the drifting between the walls
The
without actually
drifting?
hitting them.
Yeah,
the
that one
slalom.
was
No,
hard.
slalom was fine. It was the fucking like
The parking one, the one where you had to slide into the parking.
no, maybe, but it was I think it was like where you have to like get up to a top speed and then stop.
Oh yeah,
You
that
know?
was a hard one.
Like that was fine. I always hit the cars, and by that time I had 3 strikes or like two
Yeah,
strikes already, so I just kept failing. So I just
We
played
played it.
the like
that game was
free ride mode.
unnecessarily. Yeah, that
Yeah.
game was unnecessarily difficult,
The
especially
first
that
time
tutorial.
the first time that we actually beat the demo, like the demo, the training
Tutorial.
section tutorial. Thank you. We forgot to save.
Oh, fuck. Fuck.
I was so mad.
That's a theme with John. We'll play
What the fuck?
games
Who did
for
I-
a long ass, like when we played Devil May Cry. When we were
We
in
did
Arizona
that together.
we
remember-
were in Arizona for a wedding, and John
I am
was
not
like,
responsible. I know we told the story
We
6
made it
different times. I'm not
so
responsible for you.
far. Devil May Cry 3, and we forgot to fucking save. Well, he forgot
Now
to
it's we.
save.
I forgot to save just because it's my Switch
I'm just saying,
brought-
it's like a common theme with you.
It's because he's so used to autosave that like it's an afterthought now.
waited 36 minutes for you to join this fucking lobby, and here you are,
I just
assassinating-
I just remember like whenever there was a crucial moment and you had to save, something always happened. Especially in my house, like somebody ran over the controller cord and knocked the damn thing down. Or I mean, and this is for other consoles, not for the PlayStation 1. But I always hated that. That's why I liked autosaves. Like people say, like, "Oh, autosave is so lazy."
I remember playing Resident Evil 2 on the PS1, and the memory card I had just stopped working. It just
Oh,
nothing
that
happened
sucks.
to it. It just ceased functioning when I was maybe 3/4 of the way through the game, and that's when, at a very young age, I was probably 9 or 10. I really started to think that there's no God.
Jesus Christ!
I have that same I got burned with Tony Hawk
Oh,
map creating or world creating. Like,
ooh.
oh my god, put so much effort into it, and then I that's why I don't like creation anything.
You finally yanked the game out.
Crap.
Fuck you.
No, nothing.
That's why I'm thankful for like cloud saves now. A lot of people say like, "Oh, I don't want to pay a subscription just to have my game saved in the cloud." Bro, if you invest 400 hours into something and then it goes away and you don't have a way to get it back, you're gonna wish you had cloud saves.
My cloud saves have been full for like well over a year, and
There shouldn't be a limit. There shouldn't be a limit, but okay.
Yeah, it's been telling me like every time I play a new game and turn off my PlayStation and turn it back on, I get a notification saying can't upload, and it's trying to upload save game data to
Wait, do
the
you have
cloud.
PS Plus? Do you have PS
The
Plus?
regular one. I used to have the more expensive one, but then I noticed like I didn't use it for a long time, like
That's
any
weird.
of the games, and I
That
downgraded
shouldn't
it.
be. There shouldn't be a cap to that. Like I have a bunch of games with the cloud save still active.
Whatever.
I got another PS1 question. What's a game that you like to this day you think you were like really, really good at it?
On the PS1,
On the
Crash
PS1, yeah.
Bandicoot.
Ape Escape probably. I don't know. Nothing. That console beat the fuck
Sylvania.
out of me. Resident Evil 2. Okay. Resident Evil 2.
Castlevania Symphony of the Night.
It might take me a few hours, but I could start right now and walk through all of Resident Evil 2.
Nice. One
Street
game I was
Fighter Alpha
pretty
3.
nice. That's a
Street
good one.
Fighter
That's a
Alpha
very
3.
good one.
Yeah.
One
Probably
that
the
I
best one.
one that I was pretty good at was nice. Was the Alien 3 trilogy game. That was a fun game. It was such a fun game. I remember when I first saw it, I was like, "Oh, I gotta play this game." And my cousin had the PlayStation 1, and I bought the game just so I could play it at his house. And he kept the game.
So the question I wanted to ask, I'm going to have to revise it because you guys didn't all. Basically, the question was when we first got our hands on the console and what games did we have and what were some of the first things that we played. But I guess, I mean, I
I never
know
actually owned it.
I was gonna, yeah, I was gonna say for me and James, I could just answer. We got a PS1 in 1998. I believe I was 8 years old in Georgia, so probably 98, 99, somewhere around there. And I got Tomb Raider. He got Crash Bandicoot, and it came with that demo disc that we talked about earlier, the number with all those little demos on it. So that was really cool. But what was your guys' first introduction to that generation of that specific brand of that generation of gaming? And it could be nowadays if you went and maybe tried the Tomb Raider trilogy for the
I
first time,
still I
or
still remember the first time I played a PlayStation 1. Like the first time I ever saw one and played it. My school at the time, my middle school at the time, had a after school program where people would just hang out. And one teacher brought his PlayStation and he had a bunch of games for them. And one particular game he had was a Japanese version of a Dragon Ball Z Fighter game.
Nice.
GT Final Bout.
That's the one.
Mm-hmm.
We rented that from
And
Blockbuster once
Oh,
and never
that game
saw it
is
again.
so much right now.
And that game, I remember seeing it. I'm like, "Whoa, what game is this on?" And it's like PlayStation. I'm like, "Oh, let me try it out." I remember just having really, really a lot of fun playing it. And I remember thinking, I'm like, maybe I should get a PlayStation 1, but I never pulled the trigger simply because there was just never a reason for me to get it. Anytime I wanted to play it, somebody had it, so I would play it at their place. Or there was occasions where if I was at the store, you know how they had the kiosks where you
Yeah.
play the games.
I feel like the
Yeah.
N64 was a better machine for multiplayer games. There was good multiplayer on the PS1.
Well,
You
do
had
you
to
guys
get
remember the
multi-tap. Yeah, you had to
the
get the
multi tap?
multi-tap
Yeah.
if you wanted to play with 4 players. But I think there were better games, and a more robust library of multiplayer stuff. So what I'm getting at is that in that era, if you had to pick one, I would say there are reasons that both are valid. I know people
Mhm.
argue PS1's better than 64, but if you're a kid in 1997 and your parents are like, "Hey, we're going to buy you one or the other," and you weigh the options, I think both choices are valid
Oh,
for
absolutely.
different reasons.
You're not gonna lose on either one.
Yeah.
You're
No,
not
yeah,
gonna lose on
absolutely
either one.
not. They're both
Yeah.
fantastic.
I mean,
Uh,
one could always make the argument that 64 had Smash, and that's like
Yeah.
the win every
Mhm.
time. That's
Yeah,
like the
Mario
winner
Kart.
every time.
Mario
yeah.
Kart, yeah, but PS1 had Crash Team
And Mario
Racing.
Kart, yeah.
Dude,
But
Crash Team
Yeah, but
Racing.
CTR came out way later.
Yeah, it came
yeah,
out later, but it came out.
I
Sorry,
think
go ahead.
the edge that the PlayStation had was that the games that it had were either really well story driven. It had really good stories. Even like something like Dino Crisis was just a really good
Yeah.
story based game. It like
Better graphics.
it had better graphics,
hmm
agreeable. Even though they were all super blocky and
Oh yeah.
everybody moved like a freaking geriatric puppet.
You paid
Yeah,
for the graphics with load times.
I remember at school there was always somebody saying like, "Oh, you could do this in this game." That's where the rumor of Tomb Raider, where you can get Lara
Boobs
Croft
and
naked,
nakedness. Boobs and
the pointy
nakedness.
boobs. I remember that rumor, and I'm like, cool. I never tried it myself, but I remember
Uh-huh.
people just talking about it.
I
It's
did.
not real. It's not. I can confirm
No, it's
it's
Yeah.
not
not
real.
real.
It's not
Yeah,
real.
it's
It's
not
not
No,
real.
real.
yeah,
It's
it's
I
not.
played
not.
the shit out of Tomb Raider once I became a grown up, and it's
Yeah.
not there. I would know.
Although
It is.
if you
The
It
get
is
nude
on the
code just
PC.
makes her explode.
In
Although
part
if you
two,
get the ROM, if you get a ROM, you can program it so it does it. So
you can put
it's just
titties on
Right.
anything with those.
that's true.
Exactly.
Put titties on the wall.
Um,
But as far as like this is the
You mean
PlayStation, even though
Roblox?
it never for me, even though it never grabbed my attention, I could see why people liked it. And even after I got the PS3, that could play all those games, I found myself buying PS1 games whenever I had the chance. Like I got Legend of Dragoon. I own Final Fantasy 7, even though I never played it. I have Siphon Filter.
I do too.
Um,
oh, hell
I have a
yeah.
I
Siphon
have
Time
filter.
Crisis.
actually I have Siphon Filter 3, the 911 version.
Nice.
That's a flex that I like to say every now and then because
The
people were like,
911 version.
yeah, very rare one.
So
Yeah.
Yes,
Matthew,
Sean. Yeah.
what do you remember being one of the first or earliest PS1 games that you spent a lot of time with? Everybody, shut up. Matt, go.
The first one.
You already said
That
that.
real
You already
shitty.
fucking said that.
No, I didn't.
Nah,
The real
I'm
shitty.
surprised. I'm surprised you didn't say Metal Gear, man. I know you like Metal Gear.
Well, didn't get my hands on Metal Gear until later.
I
Like,
think you
Okay.
played 2 first, didn't you?
yes.
I think, or something like that.
I didn't
Oh,
get
okay.
into Metal Gear until the PS2. I didn't know
Okay.
that Metal Gear was a thing until the PS2, and I'm like, oh, if this is the second one, I have to go back and play the first one, and that's how
Which
I
was
got to Metal Gear. And then
nice.
because there's my friend Sammy when I was a kid, and he had a PS1. And that's how I got my hands on a PS1. I never owned one. I just spent a lot of time hanging out with Sammy, which was
Hmm.
awesome because his parents owned the only Chinese restaurant in the area.
Nice.
So we would just hang out at the restaurant, eat all kinds of fucking egg rolls, and then go play video games.
Hell yeah, that sounds like a grand old time.
And he's like the first Asian kid I ever met because I was in upstate New York, and
What are you?
and that is not very common in that area
I
of the
just
United
realized
States.
I'm just realizing now that I'm surrounded by white people.
Yeah.
We got him.
I just realized that. If ice breaks through my door, I'm gonna know it was you guys.
Nah, we know you're legal. You had a job that paid taxes and stuff.
Hold on, hold on. I gotta make a phone
That's
call.
why we told him to wait until after this call.
Hang on, Sammy is
Okay.
how I played the PS1 quite a bit. And then he got the first Resident Evil game. He's like, oh, dude, you need to come over and check this game out. It's really fucking cool. And we spent hours playing that. We're like, fuck you, Grand Theft Auto. You suck.
It was some bullshit.
It's a
Yeah.
shitty ass top down game. Imagine playing San Andreas and going back to that.
I
It's the
did play
time
the
limits.
I did
It's-
play the original. Actually, I played that and Dick Tracy. I remember thinking like, this is just like Dick Tracy.
I got Dick Tracy.
Yeah,
And I don't mean like as a euphemism. I literally have it for the NES. Like I have.
it's a good game.
Yeah.
People didn't like that game. I love that game.
I mean, there's a lot to talk. There's a lot wrong with it, but that's all.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, yeah, it's a horribly made game, but it's a fun game still. But
Yeah,
I'm saying that
driving around,
freaking Grand Theft Auto and Dick Tracy are kind of the same games. If you look at it, like really, really hard.
And,
You mean Mafia?
There you go. But
um,
yeah, I still remember that original Grand Theft Auto game. I remember thinking like, this isn't like anything that on the PlayStation 2.
I had
Where are the
two.
hookers?
Yeah, I had two.
Where are the-
I never played.
Where are
first
the
one.
prostitutes?
James? I kind
What
of
was that?
I kind of ruined yours by telling everybody what we got when we first got the PS1. Is there any other, maybe if you can think of one we haven't mentioned yet, an early
I don't
PS1
remember how
game?
early we got it, but I very much enjoyed Strike Point.
Strike Point. Strike
It was the
Point
helicopter game.
Mm-hmm. That was a fun
And
one.
the main thing that I remember from it's not even actually playing the game. It's selecting the helicopter and the voice, Chinook. Apache.
Yep.
It lives rent free up here.
You want to hear something cool, James?
Okay.
So a lot of the voice bits they use for that game, they also introduced it into one called Air Combat from the 3DO company that made the Army Men.
Yep.
They had their own helicopter version, and they used a lot of the sound bites for that game as well.
So you know what I'm talking about by default from other games.
No, I played that game too. I'm just saying
Okay.
that when I first played the Strike Point, I love that game. It's an awesome game. Like you said, the picking the helicopter, Apache, Chinook, I forget the two propeller one name. And then
It's not a Huey,
I
it's
also
something
remember the
else.
Hex mission, which was a pain in the ass. But when I played Air Combat from the Army Men franchise by 3DO, and then I remember booting up the game and then going to the helicopter select and hearing Apache and Chinook, I remember thinking exactly like, wait a minute, they took that right from that game. Because it like sound for soundbite,
The
it's
Chinook
exactly
is the
same.
double propeller one.
Oh no, the Huey. It was a Huey.
It was a Huey, yeah.
It was a Huey. The Huey was your first one that you started with. Then you can unlock the Chinook, the Apache. There was another one too.
Sunsoft did that a lot on the NES. There's a lot of Fester's Quest in Blaster Master, like with the sound effects. There's a lot of the same sound effects, and I think Journey to Silius has a lot of that as well.
But that's a good game for James. Good. That's a very good game.
It had a hard like learning curve, especially at the beginning. But after you did it, it was cake. The rest of the game was easy after that.
Because
I
you
love
had
Cake, the band.
you had the elevator, the elevator function that you can only get to a certain height. and you couldn't push the propeller forward too much because you would start to nosedive. You had to get that sweet spot where you were at a certain angle that you can move the helicopter fast enough. And then, of course, you had the ability to turn bipedally with the side propeller, the tail propeller. That game was surprisingly intuitive for
Oh
the time.
yeah. It's like whenever you played Final Fantasy VII for the first time and you get the ship in the air and everything, and you're turning the camera while also pressing R1 at the same time, but you're going the opposite way and you're just going in circles looking like you're drifting.
Oh yeah,
That's
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 always
not the
fun.
same. That's not the same.
No, it's always fun though. It's always fun. Regardless, that was a fun game. I remember that one.
Now, who have I not bothered yet? Kyle, you dirty
Yes.
dick in the butt.
What do you
What
want?
is? What
He
is
didn't
one?
clean it
What
for
is,
me. I asked him.
if you can think of one that maybe we haven't discussed yet, what's an early PS1 title that you liked a lot?
Trying to find its name right now. That's what I've been
Blasto?
doing all the time. Yeah, it's Blasto.
Is it really Blasto?
No, it's not Blasto.
I was like, I'm fucking good. That's why I'm the host, bitch. But no.
Ooh, another drop while
No,
he's looking for it. Reboot.
I
um,
liked that game. It's hard as fuck and ridiculous, but I liked it.
Yeah.
I think it was like it's one of the only ones I can remember playing that we haven't already said.
Wasn't
About
Reboot also
Life?
based on of a TV series?
Yeah,
Yep.
the one on Toonami.
Yeah, it was
That's
so
I
the
good.
one
watched the
remember.
fuck
That
out of
show
that.
is so good.
We should do a media buff about
Um,
that one. Let's put a pin in that.
Yeah, I want
That's
to
a-
be there. I want to be there. But it was Tekken 3, I think.
Nice.
Okay.
And I remember I was at a church and someone was talking all that good shit. I hadn't really played it before. Like I'd played fighting games, but it was Smash Bros. It wasn't like what the fighting games are now. But I played a lot of Tekken, and after this story, I played a lot of Tekken. But I just picked that little dinosaur guy whose name I can never remember.
I have
Gone.
his picture in my head. Yes.
Gone.
Yeah, yeah. And I would just
Yeah,
beat the
his
shit
name
out
is
of people
Gone.
with him because you can't fucking hit him.
Yeah, because he's
Like,
short.
yeah, just
He was
fucking
he was
hilarious.
unfair.
Big
He was
ass
yeah.
boxing gloves.
Yep.
Yeah.
With dinosaur with boxing gloves. Let's go.
Somebody had
Uh,
said that he was supposed to be a ripoff of Yoshi. I remember somebody
I
saying
mean,
uh,
look
that.
at him. He kind of is. He's a little bit more upright, but like a tiny little cartoony dinosaur guy in a video game. Who did I just describe?
Yeah,
exactly.
basically. Yeah.
The Tekken guy.
I remember just
Korok?
off the bat always playing as Nina.
Yes. Yes.
I played as
because
Eddie Gordo
Eddie Gordo.
I like Eddie.
or
This
Jack.
is-
The capoeira.
Yeah,
Sweaty Eddie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Brian was my other one.
yeah. Or I played
Brian Fury.
I played Jack the robot.
Oh
It's
yeah.
fucking
Oh, you were
it's fucking
jacking it?
yeah, I was
Was
jacking it.
Yoshimitsu in this one, or was he added later
Yeah,
on?
Yes.
he's in like all of them.
hmm
Yoshi again.
I just remember like it was one of the first 3D games that I ever played as well. It was a lot of fun. I remember playing it in the arcade first and then playing it on the PlayStation. It was definitely a lot of fun. Okay.
So
Go ahead. Hey, real quick before you continue, John. Who wants to take a guess what a sealed graded copy of Reboot goes for on eBay?
$1,500.
No, you're way off.
You said take a
Upper
guess. I took
110.
a guess.
110 to
All right.
150. I know that's
No.
a range and it's a bullshit
No.
answer. Higher or
Like,
lower?
And I'll give you a grade. It's a 9.4 sealed.
That those grading companies are
Bullshit.
Yeah, I
Piece
know.
of shit.
they're bullshit.
I know,
Yeah.
but
$300.
you're getting closer. You're getting closer.
500.
350?
You're
463.
Kyle's. Oh my
$2.
God! Did
200.
you just say 463, James? James, did you look
Googled
it up, or are you guessing yourself?
I don't know. I promise I didn't look up shit.
Exact amount is 466.65 plus $16 shipping.
The problem with that is that if it's graded, it's in a sealed plastic box. I want a game that's in good condition and that I'm going to take care of, but I want to play Reboot. And if it's sealed in a box of Doom, I'm never James, can you fucking get it together? Any slut. I think the next topic also does kind of require a bit of explanation because I just wrote games we were stuck with. What I mean by stuck with, and this is where Matt's brain's going to explode because we're going to talk about Twisted Metal again. Because for me and James, I know we got later ones, but Twisted Metal 2 was the earliest one I remember us having. We got 3 later, but
Yeah.
I think 2 is superior. Games like Twisted Metal are very hard to get new players into nowadays, which is why I think the series has been as dormant, other than the show, which kicked fucking ass.
Yeah, dude, watch the show. Everybody watch the show. Not a
Yeah,
sponsor.
but
Oh,
the issue with it is like, so if you only have like, if we have Tomb Raider, Crash Bandicoot, the demo disc, and Twisted Metal 2, and we get sick of playing those other games, and all we have left is Twisted Metal 2, and we play it and we play it and we get blown up and we get killed. But then you start discovering the secrets, and the more time you spend with it, the more attached you become to it. And I think with the variety of games that, kids these days, that people have nowadays, that's something, games we were stuck with is something that's kind of not a thing
Yeah.
anymore, because
Yeah.
yeah.
everybody with a console and internet can play Fortnite, which is, I'm not complaining, that's awesome. I wish we had something like that when I was
Yeah.
a kid. But
Yeah.
instead of that, we had Twisted Metal 2, where you die in the first 30 seconds until you figure it out, and the game abuses you, and it knows you can't go anywhere else, and eventually you start figuring out how to play it. And when if you commit that amount of time to Twisted Metal, they are awesome.
Yeah,
They are great
I
fucking games.
Well, John and
they
I had
are.
this conversation yesterday, and what I said to him was that I think Twisted Metal, at least for me, I don't have that nostalgia attached to it, so I'm not going to get into it now. I see the appeal of it, but it's just, in all honesty, not for me, and especially now when I have so many other options, like he was saying. But and we were kind of watching the show a little bit yesterday,
I had it on
and
when he came over.
yeah, and like just from the show, I'm willing to watch that show and check it out.
It's good. It's really, you
Eh,
don't need to know the
eh,
games. It helps to know
yeah,
the games because all the references are cool, but you don't need to know the games.
I appreciate shows like that. Like even if it's like based off of something, it doesn't really connect to it. But if it's like a really good show, still go check it out.
So the question that I'm asking, and I guess it was kind of selfish for me to include it in the PS1 episode, because for me, my earliest memory of a game that I was stuck with that I now love is something like Twisted Metal, where you would, if you put it in now, you go, oh, what the fuck is this? This fucking sucks. And then you turn it off. But you don't have any other games when you're 9.
Yeah.
And there are certain things that I really, really loved that I try to show to other people. It's almost like there's movie. I know people have movies like that. Like maybe there's a dumb horror movie from the 90s, or maybe Knockoff by Jean-Claude Van Damme, which
I
is
watch
a,
Rockadoodle like 3 times a year.
yeah, like a generic cookie cutter bullshit of a movie, but it was one of the 5 VHS tapes you guys had when you were a kid, so it's special to you. But the earliest memory I have with video games like that is probably on the PS1 with things like Twisted Metal.
Tony Hawk.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
everybody likes Tony Hawk. You're not really stuck with. Well, it's a good
I
game to get
mean,
stuck. It's a good game to get stuck with.
that's fair. I didn't own a PS1 for the so the like the it's hard for me to say. Um, because I had access to at least some of the good shit. I had your Spyros and Crash Bandicoots, but I can't remember what it's called now.
I love this game.
I
Describe
mean,
it to me. Fucking
What's it
describe
about?
it to me.
I mean, honestly, I'm gonna just pick Gran Turismo, which is not
Mm.
the game I was thinking of, but like
No, but
I
what's the
didn't
game? What's the game
Yeah, I want
about though?
to.
I don't remember. Like I can't I don't remember I don't even know how to describe it. Like
Do you remember the producer of the game or the developer?
maybe it was Bubsy.
Bubsy.
Fuzzy
Ew.
3D. Fuck yeah.
I think so. And I mean I was a kid, like I didn't know any better really. Like
Mm.
I know, Crash Bandicoot's good, Spyro's good, fucking Jersey Devil's great. Like there are good games on PlayStation. I know that, but like as a kid, I've played all these games. Man, I want to try Bubsy. It might be good. It might be fun. It's something different to do. And that game is dog shit or cat shit, whichever one you prefer.
That's how I played
Um,
Rayman 2. That
yeah,
exact mindset got me through Rayman 2. I didn't have nothing
yeah,
else.
and I didn't even beat. I didn't play past the first level. That game is so unplayable. Like I couldn't do it. So it was like but I didn't really have my own PlayStation, so I only played it when I went to my aunt's house. So like it's harder for me to say. I destroyed a Gran Turismo disc on accident
On
in that
accident.
PlayStation.
I
It was an
accidentally
accident.
got really fucking mad.
No, I was trying to play something else and I just put the second disc right on top of it and then
Ooh,
closed it and fucked the disc up.
god damn it, Kyle.
I didn't mean to. Like I wasn't even thinking about it. I just wanted to play something else, and I was like, why is Gran Turismo coming up? That's fucking weird.
Well, I don't have any game like that for the PS1 because same boat as Kyle. I never owned one, so it's kind of be hard to
Get out of
be
my boat.
stuck with something that you never officially owned. The only game I can think about like that, my earliest memory would be for the Super Nintendo, but we're not talking about Super Nintendo today.
Yeah,
That's
I had an
true.
N64 growing up.
So you guys missed out. That's what happened to you guys.
Shut up.
Yeah.
That's what it is. I've been trying to figure it out. Like something's wrong with both of them. James, I know you got one. One because I know we didn't.
Was that Tony
We
Hawk?
yeah we. Oh, you did say Tony Hawk. So I know we had limited games, but we didn't play. I thought Devil May Cry looked stupid when I used to watch you play it when I was younger. It wasn't until the fourth one when I finally tried it and really liked it.
Yeah.
I just hated you. You were such a bitch.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Back at you.
Hey, we're the Gameacologists, not the nice ecologists.
Okay.
The
Um,
Gameacologists.
Well, what's a game? What's a PS1 game that if you could, you would play it again, all over again?
Oh, I still do that. I'm thinking about probably doing Resident Evil 3. That one I only beat once. And the reason I only beat it once is because I never had that when I was a kid. And when I got a PS3 and you could get it through the PlayStation Network, I got it and I beat it just to be like, okay, I beat it. And I never really went back and finished it again.
Mm-hmm.
So
For me,
probably
it's
that.
still the Alien trilogy game. I remember just like loving that game. It's basically it plays like Doom because it's first person, but your character moves like it's a Doom game. And you can't really aim, but if you shoot something and it's in the frame, you kill it. And I just remember like playing through the entire
Wolfenstein?
thing. Yeah, kind of like Wolfenstein. There you go.
Let's talk
And
about
I
Alien
remember,
Trilogy on PS1.
yeah, but I
Oh,
remember
sorry.
playing the hell out of that game because, and I actually got it when I got the PS3. I got the game when I got the PS3, and I remember I saw the game at a Game Crazy actually, and I got it.
Shout out.
Yeah, and I got it for like 4.99, I think. And I just remember playing the hell out of that game because it was just a lot of fun. Like I said, it plays like Doom. It's first person, and you play through the entire movie franchise, Alien 1, 2, and 3, which was a lot of fun. And I remember one thing that even to this day, I remember it would scare me, or not scare me, but like give me a bit of a jump scare was when the damn face huggers would jump at you. That was fun.
They're not hugging you.
They're definitely
They-
not hugging you.
Oh, they're trying to hug. They're trying to
Deep,
hug
they're
you.
trying to deep throat you, but yeah, they're definitely not hugging.
I
Yeah,
want to
but
one up Ed after.
go for it.
So
Go
I
for
have
it.
I have instead of his 3 games, I have 4.
Oh no,
Um,
it was one game. It was one
I know
game actually.
it's trilogy. I know. I'm just ha ha ha
Yeah.
ha ha.
He thinks
Uh,
he's funny.
Share.
Sometimes.
Well, Cool Borders 3. 100% I'd play through that again. But then there's 3 that they were awful, but they were probably the ones that we were stuck on. I could have said these instead. The extreme games.
One
One
extreme,
extreme,
two
2
extreme.
extreme.
I remember we had 3 extreme. It was like
Yeah.
so you could like was it only I remember there were racing levels. I don't remember if it was exclusively a racing game, but you could pick any kind of extreme sport where you could roller skate or ride a bicycle or ride a
A
skateboard
scooter.
or a scooter and the bicycle creams all of them because it's a bicycle.
Yeah.
Like, you have to
Uh,
agree to handicap each other if you want to have fun in that game.
Yeah,
that's fucking funny.
that's funny. I'm surprised nobody mentioned the Quake games. I know those were really
Eh.
popular back in the day.
I played those on Nintendo.
I think I
Those
was too
Unreal.
young for Quake games at the time.
I played when I was older on
So is Unreal
Nintendo.
Tournament.
I never played Unreal Tournament. I know what it is.
I like
Was-
Quake 2,
was
and
there-
that is it.
Was Turok on the PlayStation?
No.
No.
I feel like that would have done good on the
I'm
PlayStation.
pretty
Right.
sure it was.
That was
That's
Dino
Nintendo.
Crisis.
No,
Dino
Dino
Crisis
Crisis for
was.
sure was on the PlayStation, but I feel like Turok would have done well on the PlayStation,
Well,
Yeah.
especially
Nintendo got it
especially the
first.
multiplayer. The multiplayer would have been awesome on it, especially if you get the
Yeah.
multi-tap 4-player mode. Just killing each other with the damn drill gun.
Well, that's another. That's it's called the Cerebral Bore. I was replaying it recently.
Yeah.
The cerebral bore. That's right. That's right.
Yep.
And then you have the stun gun that just like you
You-
can
I actually like
you
got
can
far enough
perma
to,
stun each other.
I got far enough to find the cerebral bore like naturally in the game because I'm a
Dude, the
grown up.
cerebral
Jeez.
bore was so much fun to use.
To answer Ed's question, a game that I would still play today, well, I play them all today. That's Resident Evil franchise and fucking Metal Gear. Like all the shit I want to play from the PS1, I play it today. So
Nice.
We
That's
need to
cool.
do a run of the Metal Gear series since you move out here. Every weekend we should conquer a Metal Gear.
we should.
That'd be fun.
It would.
I have the whatever collection. I have it on the Switch. I have all
Nice.
that volume 1 collection they put out. I got it on the Switch.
Oh, nice.
Even
Nice.
including the NES version?
The MSX version, but yes.
I
Hmm.
Oh, they got the
still,
NES, they got the NES ones too, so you're
I
right.
still need to go over there and beat my profile on Delta.
Nice.
No. It's not even installed.
Motherfucker.
I'm not gonna just hold games for you.
Get
We
the
can
game
reinstall it.
yourself.
We can reinstall
I
it.
would have to buy a whole ass PS5. And I'm
Uh-huh.
not gonna
That's
do
my
that.
point, bro.
Wow, then you'd be able to play the games with all of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
he
I
has
live
to,
out.
he has to wait for the 6 at this point.
I live out here
Yeah.
now.
No,
John
he
has a
does. He generally
PS5.
does.
I'm gonna get a
It-
Switch too.
Like I
I
cannot
might skip PS6 because I'm gonna
I
get a
cannot
Switch, too.
recommend anybody to buy a PS5 right now. Like even
Yeah.
if you don't have it, I cannot.
Didn't it go back up to $900 or something?
Everything
stupid
did.
shit?
Yeah.
Everybody talks shit about how expensive the Switch is. I think it's the least
It's the
expensive
cheapest
modern.
one.
Yeah, it's the cheapest option.
It's $500.
That's
And it's
funny.
great, dude. Suck the big end with me. It's
I-
so. Should I not?
I gotta-
Yeah,
I gotta-
don't say
I
that.
I gotta get it because I'm gonna play Star
Mildly
Fox.
racist.
Oh yeah, I'll play with you. I'm gonna get
I'm
Star
not gonna
Fox.
be able to play Star Fox unless I get the damn 2. So I gotta get it next week.
Next week.
Hey,
Wow.
all
Yeah.
you need to do is play fucking Star Fox on Super Nintendo. They're all the same game.
I need someone to test out the like all the features of the game chat because I only know one other guy with a Switch too. So that's
I'm not
something
getting
that-
the camera for that thing. I can.
I'm
tell
not
you
either.
that.
I'm not getting the camera either. That's ridiculous. But there's more with like share play and there's more stuff you can do.
All right.
But yeah, anybody got any other PS1 games they still play to get today? I got quite a few. I've been
Wait, we're doing that we still play today?
Yeah, you.
or that we would still play.
Oh, did I do one?
I don't think so. I've been playing
No,
Spyro
no.
Reignited trilogy. I've been playing the
You
first
did
one.
not, Kyle.
Crash Team Racing.
Nice.
I
That's a
need to
good
get
one.
that. I need to get that.
I
That-
had it.
That and Diddy Kong Racing are probably, in my opinion, better racing games than the Mario Kart games.
So
Blasphemy.
Sure.
Crash Team Racing, I have the case, the disc, the manual, but you put it in and you load up a race and you select your character and it freezes.
Nah.
No, but I got everything else. Like it looks cool. Like, you're gonna see it, get real excited. And then
Wasn't there an F-Zero clone on the PlayStation?
Wipeout?
I mean,
Yeah.
Wipeout. That's right.
I think they
That's
still
right.
make those.
they do.
Those are fun. Those are
Yeah,
fun.
Wipeout's cool.
Yeah, Wipeout's dope. It's hard as fuck.
Yeah. It is
Yeah.
hard. Yeah. No, for sure. I remember I played it one time and I'm like, nope, I'm good. Never
Yeah,
played
I'm
again.
out.
I'm not a Jedi. I don't have the reflexes for this game.
Nope.
Mhm.
I might be the only one in this category, but I have a game that I annoyed the shit out of somebody with, which is John. Dance Dance Revolution.
Ugh.
But no, he was like, "Can you turn this shit off?" And he's like, "You don't even need the music. It's showing the arrows. Just push the like tap the arrows."
I
It's
wasn't
like,
wrong.
"No, you need the rhythm."
You don't. You just
You
need to hear
don't.
like the first 5 seconds. I think I learned how to play songs on instruments with something very similar. You just need to know how it sounds a little bit, and then you hit pause and just play it or learn it from that. And play the section again. You got it. If you were good, you wouldn't need sound. If you was a real one, you'd have the TV off.
He's a real one who play without power.
Yeah, if you were a real one, you'd be asleep playing the game.
Yeah.
There's a lot of PS1 games that I either still play today or would be willing to play today. We already said the Resident Evil games. I played Alpha 2 not that long ago. I put in my Street Fighter collection. That was I got my ass kicked in every fucking Street Fighter game I played until because they're all the arcade modes. You can't
Oh yeah,
adjust
so
the
you're all
difficulty.
fucked.
It's all it's programmed to give me your quarters. and it just beats the dog shit out of you. It wasn't until I got like I played through the different turbos and then I got to Alpha 2 that I actually won a couple of rounds. So I don't know. Maybe I was just slightly better at that one, or that one's a slightly better game, or maybe a combination of both of those. But it was a PS1 game. Wait, I think it was a PS1 game. So I was thinking I have it, and I remembered I have it on PS2.
Which game?
Street Fighter Alpha 2. Well, I have the Street Fighter Alpha collection that I bought off of you many moons ago.
Alpha 2 was Super Nintendo. And Sega.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alpha
That's
3
a-
was the one that was
Okay.
that I mentioned earlier.
That is a
Yeah,
good
we had the
looking Super
we had the
Nintendo game.
cassette
It's not a
or the
cassette.
cartridge.
We had
Yeah.
a
No, we had Super Street Fighter 2.
yeah, we had Alpha 2, but we had it on something else. Probably PS2 or something.
I had Alpha 2 on the Super Nintendo.
That's a good looking Super Nintendo game. I did not
It
know
is.
that was a Super Nintendo game. Learn something new every day.
Digimon World.
Yeah.
I remember that. They take
We-
shits.
Yeah, no, they turned into shits too. We got that fucking Digimon that just throws poo and
Hell yeah.
and then I
Hell
just gave
yeah.
up. I gave up. I didn't want that one. I wanted Metal Garurumon, and
Oh yeah.
everybody wanted Metal Garurumon or Angemon.
I want Skull Greymon.
Angemon's cool, but you got to deal with that bitch little pig thing until he evolves.
Patamon
That
is
bitch little
amazing.
pig
Calm down.
thing.
He blows air
Metal.
bubbles. This dude, he ain't shit. He ain't shit. Sorry, got a little carried away.
There's
James.
another one that my neighbor had. Let me play. It was Star Ocean,
Mm-hmm.
which
That's
was
a-
it's a turn-based RPG,
Yeah.
but it was different. So like I liked it better, not better than Final Fantasy VII, but like it was something new to play. So I thought it was really fucking cool.
That would
But
be an RPG I'd like to get my hands on.
you're not allowed.
Who are you?
I didn't make the rule.
I have too many PS1 games that I would want to play. I would like a Spyro Reignited Gex trilogy would be fucking amazing. Redo the side-scrolling one, and then there's at least two 3D ones. It was like Gex 3D and Gex Enter the Gecko,
Mm-hmm.
which I think both of those are PS1 games. Staying on topic. Yeah, unless anyone has any, there's too many to list. I would play a ton of PS1 games today.
Oh
We
yeah.
just talked about playing Metal Gear Solid next weekend.
That's a possibility.
Yeah. Oh, it's going to happen, or there's going to be fucking problems.
Well, I still need to
No,
make it through Silent Hill 2.
I need to do that too, but I don't have
That's
the
a good
game.
one.
I'm not gonna
And
buy it.
and because
it's
I'm
good.
a nice friend, I'm gonna buy fucking Dead Space for you, so you have a working copy. But
My disc
also
stopped. My disc
slightly
is scratched.
selfish of
Why do
me
you need
because
they remade the thing?
Yeah, I mean, I have a physical copy of Dead Space, the remake, and something happened to the discs, and now it, when I put it in and it does like copying, it stops at like 87% and will not do anything. And there's like a little
so
scratch on it or something, but it really doesn't look. I guess I got it right in that little hole on the Death Star.
Yeah.
so I'm gonna be nice, buy it for him, but it's also selfish because it's for me to play.
It's a good game. I'd play through it again. But anyway, the last
Moving
topic
on.
before we wrap everything up, because there's too many PS1 games that we would still play today. Do you guys think console generations are too short? I think they
Yes.
are. I think okay, I've agreed with Matt for a very, very long time. I think the PS4 is getting a little Sony is choosing to make it obsolete
Mm-hmm.
and kind of backing you into a corner where they've already
Mhm.
cut like your PlayStation Plus games. They've got like fighting game like Dragon Ball Fighters that me and Kyle play. We do the PS5 version and you can't play with us because there's like a frame rate difference that would
Yeah.
affect both versions of the game. And it seems like over the years, instead of trying to co-opt the technology, it kind of feels like, at least in our specific instance, they're slowly pushing you out
Yeah, of
from
course they are.
us, which is
They're-
fucked up.
because they want
Yeah.
people to buy the PS5. But like I kept saying, is with the PS4, I was able to play anything and everything I wanted for the most part for new games that came out because they're released on the PS4, and the PS4 works perfectly fine. Why would I go spend that $900 for a whole new system to play a game
I think there's like 4 exclusives. Like
Yeah,
literally like
like
4 true exclusives to the PS5. There are other games like Silent Hill 2 is not an exclusive. I'm pretty sure you can get that on PC or something else. But I
Yeah,
know
you can.
James, you should Google it. I think I am right. There's like 4 truly
yeah,
native PS5 games that are just for the PS5.
yeah, and so,
Astrobot,
Astro's
uh,
Playroom.
the
Which I
yeah,
Spider-Man
get.
games,
but John,
Rise of the Ronin,
There's one
Silent Hill.
one Spider-Man. I don't think Silent Hill is exclusive.
It
but
might be on PC.
but
Forspoken, I don't know if it's come to the PC yet. Returnal, I don't see Pragmata on this
Okay, then
list.
it's not.
well,
Vampire the Masquerade Blood, no, that came to PC.
Yeah, that's on PC.
No longer for Last of Us, those are on PC.
God of War also.
Well, technically the Star Wars, the Spider-Mans that I mentioned. So Astrobot,
Well, no, I think Spider-Man 2 is native
it's
and,
PC.
And Astro's it is on PC. Spider-Man
Yeah.
2.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
okay. But I was gonna say that John is right. There's only very few native exclusive for the PS5, and the reason why I know that is because Sony, being Sony, was like, you know what, we're not going to release our exclusives to anyone else anymore. We're going to keep them on our console.
I think a lot of the stuff that you've missed from this generation.
If I had a
the
PC, I could play everything.
I was also gonna say when you eventually get a Switch 2, if you get a Switch 2, you can also like you can get Requiem and it looks good. Like RE9 is on Switch 2.
Yeah.
And it looks and runs really well. There's a lot of and I think other things are gonna slowly start I think Resident Evil 7 and 8 are on there and they're not the cloud versions anymore. They're like the
Oh,
gold
nice.
edition with all the DLC.
Uh,
Stuff is I it the Nintendo shit takes a while, especially the first Switch took a long time before it had like a decent library of games, and I think that they're pushing things towards the Switch too.
yeah. And I mean, I'm going to wait to get the Switch 2, and I'm going to get it when they release the Souls
Star
game.
Fox.
No, the
Oh yeah.
Souls game for the
Duskbloods.
Switch. Yeah, Dustbloods, which it's going to be exclusive from Soft for the Switch. It's not going to be on anything else. So, of course, me being a FromSoft fan, gotta get it.
Nintendo is the place to go really for exclusives.
Mm-hmm.
Now you can say Switch and Switch 2. There isn't a lot of Switch 2 exclusives, but there's a lot of Nintendo exclusives.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to play Nintendo games, you need to get a Nintendo console. There's a lot more Nintendo games than there are just PlayStation games or just Xbox games.
Yeah. Also, I think
Not PC.
that
I think PC has there's games that are just for PC that is probably more than what you can get on Nintendo. So there's that.
also with like Sony's current behavior, I don't know if they're gonna go under, but I think they might go into like a recession of sorts.
I would like to say like because you had the conversation about the PS5 and PS4 backwards compatibility and stuff like that, trying to find those
Uh-huh.
games that are crossplay. It would ruin the integrity of the next generation consoles. While yes, you want to play these games, the reasons that they make these games for that console is because it's going to look better. It is going to have those better frame rates, refresh rates, all that kind of stuff. The graphics can't keep up with it on the PS4. So to do that, they have to dumb it down for any of the games that are cross-platform compatible, cross-generation compatible. So I mean, to me, absolutely not. I don't want to play with the previous gens if it's going to like ruin my integrity on the console. Like there's games that started out on there, Dead by Daylight, for example. It's been on all those consoles and all those generations and everything. That's perfectly fine. But if it's one of the games that came out simultaneously after the release of five, absolutely not. If I have a five, I'm gonna get the five version. I should not have to buy the four for virtually any reason, and it sucks. And this is putting a negativity on you. I apologize, but I shouldn't have to buy the PS4 version and the PS5 version because I want my shiny stuff. I got my shiny stuff, and you're not upgrading. So why do I have to suffer to still play with? But
Because we're
I'm
best friends.
Now, I agree with James of what he's saying. He shouldn't
Yeah.
have to dump down. And
if I spend $500 and you're not spending $500, why do I not get my shiny stuff?
yeah, you should. But the thing is, I know the technology is a little bit different, but
It's
they
a
could
lot different.
they could still make it so that way you could still have your shiny stuff and play with last gen. Or just don't fucking release the games for both consoles. Like if you're gonna phase out a console, then phase it out.
If they did that, then you wouldn't have bought anything else on the PS4 ever again after the 5 came out. And they don't
Yeah.
want that. That's a marketing ploy. So I get that, and that's understandable because not everybody has the $500 to make that jump. Exhibit A. So, I mean, yeah, it's unfair, but I still go with the I bought my shiny thing. Why do I have to suffer? I'm still in that mindset. That they come out with both of them on both consoles and everything, and they did that with a lot of stuff. They did that with the Call of Duties. A lot of them were cross-platform and cross-progression and cross generation and all that kind of stuff, and that's great because they did that. And Call of Duty had the money to do that. There's not a lot of other franchises that can get anywhere close to that. They had that expendable fund because they were going across 5 generations of platforms, and they're gonna make that money back. But not everything wants to share with everybody. The PlayStations can communicate with each other, the Xboxes can communicate with each other. To be able to do that in both of them is already a big financial leap, and agreements on a whole bunch of the stores being able to update simultaneously. And then along with that, they have to be able to communicate with Steam or whatever platform is on PC. And if they can't communicate with all 5 to have them time released, that they all go out at the exact same time, then guess what? Xbox isn't playing with this because they didn't get that update. And they did that on a previous game. I don't remember which one it was, but Xbox was not able to play with the PlayStation and PC because Xbox did not get that update for almost a week and a half. And there were so many people wanting money back, wanting some kind of incentive for not being able to play their game. And that's justifiable. But to do that, they have to be able to communicate with all those 5 different platforms simultaneously and run the risk of it never failing. And if it fails, that is a lot of money.
I have a so I would like to harken back to I'm gonna try to remember the exact terminology you used, and I'm probably gonna butcher it. At the beginning of your point, because I agree with most of what you said, but you said that like making them too compatible with each other would compromise the integrity of the new generation or something
Yes.
along those lines. I would argue that maybe it's not just Sony, maybe it's the industry as a whole, but that has already happened in the sense that so let's say you've never played God of War Ragnarok or The Last of Us 2 or any of the modern Resident Evil games, the things that have PS5 versions that also, came out on PS4, but they have the shiny new PS5 version, which is most of what the games on the PS5 are.
Mhm.
If you've never played any of those games, you've never heard of them, and you're introduced to them today with a PS4, the load times will be a little bit longer, and the graphics won't be as good, but I would argue it is still you're having the exact same experience. If I only played God of War Ragnarok on PS4 and beat it, which I did actually, I beat it on PS4, and
Yeah.
it's beautiful. It's amazing.
It's
I got the full
amazing
experience.
looking game.
I got the full experience. Maybe it's not as shiny and as beautiful as it was on the PS5 and, doesn't load as quickly, but I have the exact same experience as someone who beat it on the PS5. And I think that it kind of sucks. Like that's really how they sold PS5s is they took a lot of PS4 games. There are exceptions to this. I would say Death Stranding, the PS5 upgrade of Death Stranding adds a
Yep.
lot more content. The way he
Yep.
moves is a bit smoother. The way the game looks, there's new mechanics. You can take your Daryl can take his rope and tie his packages up on the carts, and they did more. That one, in that one instance, I'm wrong because Death Stranding is not what I'm talking about. but but in that instance, I would say that the you are not going to have a different experience playing something like God of War Ragnarok or Resident Evil 7 or Resident Evil 8 on PS5 versus PS4. So
I,
the generational boundary, I would say, is already compromised. And they like that's I love my PS5. It's a fucking awesome machine. I
Yeah,
want
that
to
was
play all
mine.
my games on my PS5. I want to play the PS5 versions of all those games if I can. But in terms of a technological leap from what the PS4 was doing as opposed to what it's capable of, it's not really. I mostly play PS4 games or PS5 versions of those same PS4 games. There are stuff I like. We were playing Silent Hill 2, and we're talking about playing Dead Space and stuff, and those are PS5 generation games. But for the most part, I would say that that line is already compromised and has been. And then now that we've grown accustomed to that, it seems they're phasing Matt out in this situation. He's getting no, I mean that.
I
That's
know.
the way I'm thinking about it because that's like my experience on this. He's getting I think what do you how many PS Plus games do you get a month?
One.
We
Now
get
it's one.
what do we get? Four, five?
Yeah, 4 or 5 depending.
Yeah, and for a while he's still got the four, and I think they cut it down to two, and now it's down to one, and it's
Yeah.
looking real like there's
Mhm.
three monkeys on the board to Noah's Ark, and it's starting to rain, brother.
I agree with 90% of what you said. The like what you just said right there. The conversation that we were having at the beginning was him getting phased out. And by phased out, what we were originally talking about is playing together.
Yeah,
So none of that you said at all was playing together. You mentioned Resident Evils. You mentioned uh, um, Death Stranding, a couple other games, but they're all solo play for the most part.
okay. Dragon
Um,
Ball Fighters. Dragon Ball Fighters is a game.
Yeah,
Yes,
for
it
real,
has
dude. I
slightly
love
better
Dragon Ball
frame rates.
Fighters.
I don't want to download the PS4 version because I have the PS5 version, but I
correct.
don't think I'm not going to have more fun because it's the PS5 version.
So again, loading times and frame rates and
I mean, I
the
got it on the
graphics.
Switch too. Like,
Hold on,
yeah,
hold on.
sorry.
So you actually touched on something that I didn't touch: loading times. So the one of the selling points for the PlayStation 5, the Series X, all that kind of stuff was indeed the loading times. So PlayStation's getting into games faster, like the PS5 is getting into the games faster, while if it's what was it? They did it with God of War first, and it was like 2.5 minutes as opposed to PlayStation 5's 45 seconds. Like it was a decent leap. So if it was the multiplayer games, again, they're losing that integrity if they are playing simulcastly with different generations of consoles. You're now having to wait the same time that he is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
fucking
get
way.
that. I get that. It just like
But
Matt has never played the PS5 version of Dragon Ball Fighters, and I promise you, it is the exact same experience that you
Yeah,
know.
it
I
is.
played the
Maybe it's a
Switch
little
version,
prettier. Yeah.
and
The
it's
Switch
like,
one, the Switch one is great, but the loading times are even more egregious on the Switch
yeah.
Yeah,
one.
it's bad.
Other
But
than that, it's fucking solid.
but
I
Like,
made the
after
ultimate baller move and got it on the PS5 as well, and
me too.
it's leaps and bounds better. It's
Hashtag me
faster.
too.
It looks nicer, but it is functionally the exact same game.
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
So and
I never said it would be different. I'm just
Oh, I
saying,
know, I know.
but
like,
going with what you're saying, James,
hmm?
and going back to what not Kyle but John, what he said about like the difference. I think John and I are looking at this through our lens of that we don't really play multiplayer games like that online. We play a lot of single player stuff by ourselves, and we only play multiplayer games with each other. That
And
is it.
Kyle. Like
And
really, that's
Kyle,
honestly it.
and
I don't
that's
I have
it.
one
And, I
there's
mean,
one other guy who's
we
not in this lobby that I play games with.
and
One other guy.
so from your perspective of where you play multiplayer games, I could see like having the shiny new thing, and also like the PS5 would be right if everyone was playing on a platform that moved at the same pace. But for me personally, playing single player games, I got my fulfillment from the PS4 for games that were released on PS5. So to me, there was like never a real stride to upgrade to the PS5 because I could get it on the PS4. But now they're like really phasing out the PS4, and by like the end of this year, it probably won't be the service won't be existing. and I'm
Did
still
they
not
say
gonna be
that?
as
Is that a thing? Are they removing the servers by the end of the year?
I
they're
don't
starting to
know, but
shut a lot of servers down. It might be going on life support, but by the time the
On life
PS6 is out,
support.
if I remember correctly, the PS5 has jumped in price twice in 1 year this year,
Yeah.
and which is record breaking. That's now, I think Xbox did it too, but that's not a thing that's happened before with console generations that I know of. And for them to do that, and then by the end of the year they're gonna cut off PS4 users is fucked up. But
how many
fuck you, pay
PS4?
me. You ever see what was that movie? Goodfellas.
Yeah,
Fuck you, pay me.
how many PS4 users are there currently?
Oh, I don't know. At least 12.
Can we Google that?
What's the question?
How many
Thousands,
PS4
probably hundreds of
users are
thousands.
there currently
I'm saying at
versus
least a million.
like comparison with
Uh,
PS5? Like how many users for both?
There are
That's
approximately 49 million monthly active PS4 users.
I have 100. I have something that says 120 plus million monthly
The
PlayStation
PSN
users.
currently
Oh.
reaches an estimated 130. That's all platforms. It says exceeding 92 million for the PS5. That's just
but
AI on Google. I don't know.
right.
Take that as you will.
I mean, the PS3 servers are still up, so
Yeah.
But
Are they?
there's
I thought there was some shit you can't
I
do. Like you can't.
just looked. Well, they probably removed some stuff, but I'm looking at it right now. December 20 or December 7th, 2025. People are saying that they were going to go back to the PS3 online and showing it working and everything.
oh shit.
So the servers are still up. It's probably not getting like all the support and the updates and everything, and they probably have the
Right.
capability of giving like the USB thumb drives to give updates that people have created online. Those are possibilities, but it probably lost support, but they're still active. Like if you
Well,
wanted to download your games that you have purchased back then, they're available.
okay. I mean,
Hmm.
as long as I don't lose my games on the PS4, if I could still get those licensing updates.
To the five, that
No,
works.
no, to
No.
on the four. Like
No.
I'm gonna skip the five completely, wait for the six, and then. But in the meantime, still play my four. I don't want to log on to the PlayStation 4 and be like, oh, you can't play this game because you don't have the license update, which is a whole nother issue of the industry. I fucking pay for something; it better be mine.
That's a first of all, it's not. You pay for a license.
Yeah,
And
that's
second of
bullshit to
all,
me.
well, yeah, but that's how it's been forever. You should have read that shit. It's never not been that. Um, with digital games. Talking about digital games. But the other thing is they're doing that to prevent like digital theft and piracy. And it's not it will that's a topic for another thing. We've been at this for a while, but
I have one thing I do want to say about it though. I agree that console generation like cycles they're too short. But I also believe that they shouldn't have made the Xbox One. They should have just like stuck it out with the 360 just a little bit longer.
same with
Make
PS3.
Yeah, PS made
Yeah.
some both of them made something a little bit better quality. I'm not saying either console is terrible. The one is bad, considering it was bundled with a Kinect. Um,
That was funny. Like they thought it would
yeah,
be a good idea to make it so you have to have the Connect.
yeah, it's fucking stupid.
Fucking
But
idiots.
I believe that they should have waited. They should just a little bit. It's like you could have made something that was better.
Well, it's Sony in the four. One push the other.
Sure.
Mm.
Yeah, they
If
but they
one
both
does
were
one, you
like,
have to.
yeah, you have to do it to stay relevant or you get left behind. But I mean, from the Xbox One, the Series X is better. But I didn't have a Series X because I'm not made of money.
Get the Series S, which is almost the same thing.
Yeah,
Series
so
ass.
yeah, exactly.
Series S.
Which I no longer have, by the way.
Good on you.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I was worried, dude.
I had the controller, the Elite controller. Hi kitty. And
Get the fuck out of here.
I don't have the charging cable that came with it anymore, which is just fucking great. They should have waited. Both the 360 and the PS3. just keep making games for him. Like those, that was, to me, that was like kind of a golden age, like for gaming. I didn't have a PS3 until the Slim model came, and even then it was like the end of the PS3 pretty much. But they were both good consoles. They both held up pretty well. They both had their own exclusives that were good. I think they were both good, and they could have waited to make whatever the next consoles would have been. I know the PS4 was probably always going to be called the PS4, but they could have made the Xbox One not garbage. Maybe think some things through a little bit. That's all I got.
What made the Xbox One garbage? Just out of curiosity.
It's
You
bundled with
touched
a co-
one.
it's
Sorry.
it's it's bundled with it was bundled with a Connect. You had to have it
All
to
right.
do pretty much anything.
Didn't you have to be online
Um,
too?
yeah, you have to be constantly online or you lose fucking everything I mean, you just log back in, but I'm sure it'd be fine. But like you have to be online all the time. It's fucking annoying.
I mean, if PCs can do almost a decade worth off of like the graphics card that was brand new that I bought today, if I bought it today, it can last almost a decade. If that can't
Yeah.
happen, why can't consoles?
Well,
So
Yeah.
consoles
I,
typically do last about a decade.
they last
Almost
a
10, 11
decade.
years.
They
They
last about
last
6 years being relevant, and then another 4 years behind the next gen before they pretty much get out.
Well, relevant is a very kind of mean, snobby way of looking at it.
I mean,
But
that's
it's a I would still say like I'm concerned about Matt's plan to get the PS6 because while the PS4 is a legitimate good piece of hardware, it is so much better to have that to play video games than nothing. You're
yeah.
significantly well above nothing. But that shit has got to be. How old is that thing, man? It
Oh man.
moving parts break and it's got like 3 million.
She's an old girl, but she keeps trucking on.
But people still
PS4
do
release was 2013,
13 years old.
And I have
Wait,
like
really? I mean, no, that sounds right. That means the PS4 is only 13 years old.
which is longer than I thought it was. I thought it was almost 10.
I don't know, they last stuff usually lasts
The
close to a
then this
decade.
PS4 needs to go soon. Then, it has gotten its money worth.
Oh, so hey, if it dies, we'll bury it.
What?
And I mean that like when his PS4 is like 13 years old. When it does eventually die, knock on
Is that the
wood,
first gen
we want it. We don't know. Do you have the
I
fat or the slim?
I have
or
I
the
have
original?
first gen. I have the original.
Okay, the one that was
Wait,
boxed edges that
Mhm.
that came out originally in 2013.
box edges, they're slanted.
Yeah,
Yeah, the original ones.
We'll give
Yeah.
it a grave.
I don't know if I want to bury it or just like frame it. Put one of those
Frame
epoxy,
it.
put one of those epoxy seals.
What are you gonna do? Go in somewhere and murder a bunch of people and then leave your PS4 there? And the cops will come in and be like, "Oh shit, this PS4 murdered everyone." I think we should wrap it up. They can't
it's
tell, but
crazy
we
that
can't see.
PlayStation has fingerprints.
Yeah, It is so fucking hot in this room. I don't know if you can tell. Looking at my face is shiny. That is not a trick of the light. I am sweating my ass off. Plus, it's been if we minus the about
40
40
minutes.
about 40 minutes that James made us wait. We've been at this about 2 hours and 5 minutes. So I'll cut that part and that other part explaining it. And thank you everybody for listening to us start to talk about the PS1 and then devolve into fucking madness and then go back to the PS1 and then devolve a bunch of times. It's almost
Yep.
like we had a number of talking points that we went through that just kind of just it was good. This was
Yeah.
fun. This
We had a
this was great.
plan. We got off the rails a little bit, but
No, this was good. I liked
Yeah, it's
doing it.
fine.
I liked doing it this way and I think we should go
Yeah.
back to doing it this way.
it's fine.
I'm really glad for James's contributions to the program. Thank you, James.
I'll be here all night.
No, you won't.
Is that a
I'm
threat?
I'm
I
going to
think
end
he
this.
will. He lives there.
Is that a threat?
But either way, does anybody have any final words, anything they want to say before we go? Remember that time that Ed on Media Buff said the singer for Journey was dead, but he wasn't? And then hit post with the confidence of I don't know, a person that's confident.
That's fucking funny.
I wonder if he'll listen to this. He might.
We'll
I'll see
see.
Kyle in about 15 hours.
Yep,
What? What does that mean?
Wait,
I'm
yeah.
flying to wherever he is.
No, you're not.
You're correct. I'm not.
He's like, you would have told me. A
No, he
pirate borg.
wouldn't, 'cause
We're
that
gonna
time
play
he moved.
pirates.
When are you moving? Oh, tomorrow.
He was like, "Hey guys, I'm moving to Idaho." We were like, "When?" He goes, "Tomorrow." That was in San Diego when he moved to fucking Idaho.
Yeah. Why didn't you tell us? I didn't want to party.
You want to bum everybody out? I guess.
Yeah.
It could be
Eat my ass.
bitchitis.
Bitch-itis.
But either way, thank you all for listening. I'm sorry Matt was here, but Matt's back, by the way. We're gonna do recordings more with Matt.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Finally got.
No, we love Matt. I would die for Matt. Don't tell him I said it though.
I won't. I don't like him enough. I'm just kidding.
But either way, I'm terrible at goodbyes. Be excellent to each other. James, say something.
Oop.
Good one.
I guess that is a pretty good one. We will I'm gonna stop it right here. Fuck Fallout New Vegas.